All right, we're going to jump into a ranked Ravnica Allegiance draft here from the paid account. And before I do, I want to thank my sponsor, Card Kingdom. Card Kingdom are purveyors of Magic stuff. You can check out their store via my affiliate link down below in the panels. And if you go there, you'll find everything you need to support your Magic hobby at reasonable prices with fast shipping and your product arriving exactly as described, whether you need singles, sealed product, or supplies. They got you covered, and the best buy prices in the biz if you're looking to convert your stuff lying around your house into credit or cash. Check out Card Kingdom. They're going to be the most competitive place you can sell your cards to. Thanks, Card Kingdom. Alrighty, we've got draft view here. You don't even have to tell me. And because it's RNA, we should have voting. I'm going to go, let's put this down a little bit there. All right, yeah, that's better. Should have voting here, so you can vote. Consecrate Consume is great for Esper control. Soroform Hybrid is undervalued by bots, but I think we are on Bedevil or Consecrate Consume here. Is voting not working? Let me see. It was working yesterday. I guess it's not working. Let me try restarting Deckmaster just in case that helps. I'm going to go with Consecrate Consume. I like Orzhov significantly better than Rakdos, although Rakdos is perfectly playable. See, I also knew I was getting Akaya's Wrath. We're going to take and play this Wrath, we hope. Grasping Thrall, nice. Sky Tether, sometimes Wheels, actually. We can instead go for Final Payment or Sphinx's Insight and bank towards Esper with the Insight, or stick towards Orzhov with the Final Payment or the Guild Gate. Oh, look, and now voting is working. Cool. All right, we'll take payment. Everybody's on board with that. Non-stop Orzhov up here. Spirit, just okay. Bunch of just okay stuff. I kind of want Admonition angling toward Esper than any of these just okay Orzhov cards. Are you guys down with that, or should we just stick to Orzhov? I just feel like the opportunity cost is so low to pass up on these for an Admonition. Let me take the Admonition. I think it's correct that it's Grudian or Admonition. We're going to take Admonition. There's a Clear the Mind. We hope to wheel. We could take a Plaza to support all three colors we might end up in, but we could also take the Guild Gate to be an easier to play support for two of our colors. Kind of like on-color Gate over Plaza. Not sure what you all think about that one. Also, because we might not just play that. We might just not play this and end up in Orzhov. So I'm going to take the straight Guild Gate with that thought process, because we don't know if we're playing blue yet. And of course, we can take Azorius Gate here to help encourage that, which I think is probably better than... There's several playables here. I'd play the Pegasus, I'd play the Duelist, I'd play the Savant. I have grudgingly played Quenches, but I think we just take the Gate. Hey, Mike, we ended up 4-3, unfortunately. We just ran into some flooding and buzzsaws in that one and couldn't quite bring it to 5. Plague White is unblockable. We'll take the unblockable Plague White here. Prying Eyes, playable Esper card late if we end up there. Nothing else really to take here other than a giant that I don't really want to play. Wow, Orzhov Gate. Again, hard to pass. I would play this and this happily, but I can't pass the gate here. Duelist or Vampire? I think Duelist is a little better, but we're not solidly blue yet. Don't we want a Shade? Are you serious, Brian? I don't see any... I think the Shade's bad. Shade's a card we want to... Unfortunately, it's not a joke for everybody. All right. Sorry, back. Just got an important text. Anyway, any thoughts here? I'm gonna go Vampire, I guess. Duelist is better, though. It's just we don't know if we're blue. I'm gonna take a Vamp. Wow. So we're probably in the right place here, at least. Check this out. Sky Tether, Insight, and Thought Collapse all left? Wow. Tether is really tempting, but I think I will lean Esper here. We'll go for the Insight. Maybe we'll wheel a Thought Collapse. I'm going to go for a Shimmer over Ground Clogger. Looks like people want Forbidding Spirit. I really don't like this card. Should I take it? I guess I could take it. I just don't really like it. It's a hard to cast 3/3 for 3. Like, its rules text has not ever done anything relevant in any game I've played. And by say, I mean, it's done something. Sometimes it has stopped one attack or something, but I just don't consider that super relevant. But everybody wants it. All right, fine. We'll take it. I don't love it, but we'll take it. And we'll take Clear the Mind over Senate Courier here. There's a Duelist we can pick up. And the two blue cards there suggest maybe we are going to lean more to heavy blue. Plaza. What does that do? Gate stuff? Nah. Here's a Guild Gate we can wheel. Probably just going to take Syndicate Guild... No, we'll take Law Mage's Binding over Syndicate Guild Mage and Eel. Summary Judgment is fine. Here's a Gate we're hoping to wheel, but there's also a Juggler. We're not doing too much to cast the Juggler by 3 here. But it's that or Judgment. What do you think? Are we judging or juggling? Oh yeah, we have voting. I can ask and see the answers. People want the Juggler. All right, we're in. Sky Tether seems to come around late. We can try and catch that on the wheel if we want. But if we do, what are we taking instead? Probably an Eel. I don't know if we wanted... Almost seems certain it's going to wheel, though, so... I am going to take the Eel. Although we also take Pegasus to aid in potentially getting the Juggler off on turn 3. There's also Footlight Fiend as a black card we could run. Huh, no support for the Eel at all. People just want the Sky Tether or one of these smaller creatures. All right, we'll take the Tether. I think we'll probably wheel it, but we'll take it. Be sure. Got a final payment number 2 we could grab, but I think we just take Chili B here. Also like Sage's Row Savant. Maybe we wheel Savant. Let's grab Chili B. Or there's Vindictive Vampire. Didn't really call that one out, but that's a possibility as well. Let's look at curve. Hopefully this is a 3. There's not really nothing going on at 5. I don't think it's surely a final payment. You don't want a bunch of them. We already have one. And Chili is great. Yeah, we'll take Chili. Another Insight seems fine. It's all kind of coming together now. We just got to figure out what we really are in terms of main colors. Like, do we want a Guild Mage or just a Thrall here? Probably a Thrall. Again, we don't have much going on at 5. It's exactly the kind of 5 we want. This Guild Mage is okay. Muscle Grand thinks the Guild Mage is a gift. I think the Thrall is a gift. But I'll now switch it back to this view and see what chat thinks. Yeah, people are with me on Thrall. Let's do that. Looks like some support for the Mage. We went the other direction. We can get a Guild Gate here or a Sage's Row. Sage's Row slots in super nicely in this curve that's missing some low stuff, but man, a Guild Gate shores up our mana so well. You want the Fairy? I don't think we're taking the Fairy. If we take a 2-drop creature, we're taking the Savant. But curious where people are at. Looks like Gate is the solid winner here. That's where I was leaning. It's pack 2. We have lots of time to pick up playables still. Eel or second Clear the Mind. Kind of want the Eel. Take a gamble on the second clear. See what people think. I'll go with chat on this one. I think it's Clear the Mind or Eel, but we would play a second Clear the Mind if we could find it after this. So maybe Eel is more replaceable in terms of jobs in the deck. Clear the Mind has a very specific job that basically only it can do, where Eel is just a dude, just a creature for the mid game. All right, we'll take Clear the Mind. Looks like a little bit more support for the Eel, but I've kind of talked myself into Clear the Mind as the more important card here. Rewarded. We'll just take the Eel here. Fantastic opportunity to gate, but there's a Sage's Row Savant, and I think I kind of want that now. The White Russian is asking about the Clear the Mind deck. Really, you want card draw, control spells, and then you just can't lose? Like, the hardcore Clear the Mind deck doesn't even really run that many creatures anyway. You're just running all the bindings and payments and sky tethers, and you just stop everything they do, and then you can never deck yourself because you Clear the Mind back your other Clear the Mind. So the idea of Clear the Mind is creating a Clear the Mind loop, and having so much control cards that you basically can beat them by decking. People still want the Guild Gate over the Savant. Maybe you're right, but I really want to get some 2s. I'm going to take Savant here over this sweet, sweet Gate. I totally want it, but man, if we don't end up with some 2s, I'm going to be sad. And I kind of like Concordia Pegasus, kinda, over another Eel. I could be talked out of it, though. I think we go Pegasus just to shore the 2s, but Eel is just better than Pegasus for sure. Well, with this Savant being still here, maybe I would trade that other one for a land, but I'm not too disappointed about this. Now I feel great about our early game. We could take Expose. This is main deckable in the format. Especially if we get... we're looking for Dovin's Acuity in the third pack with double Sphinx's Insight and then Exposed to Daylight. I don't think I want 2 Pegasus. We might not play the first, so I'm going to take Expose here. Put it in the board for right now, but there's no board. We'll leave it in the main to remind us that we have it. Wall of Lost Thoughts. Wow, okay, I definitely wish I had... you all were right. I would love to have 3 Azorius Guild Gates and 2 Sage's Row Savants instead of what we are ending up with, but who knew that this would be the last pick in the pack? Here's a gate that I expect will wheel based on what's happened so far. We could take the rare in Unbreakable Formation, but it's not really what the deck is trying to do. It doesn't do a job that we're trying to do with this deck. Whereas Arbiter is doing a job the deck needs. So I think we just take the Arbiter. Try to wheel that gate. Big old blank of a pack here. We can take Oligarch, but we've moved so far away from black, I think of it as a splash now. I don't think we're probably even playing the Plague White. I'll leave it in there, but I really think we're splashing black. A little awkward with the Wrath, but we still might do it. Yeah, that's true. Plague Wind combo with Wrath and the other rare that we just passed. We're not taking Quench, though. We can wheel Quench if we want it, so let's take the Oligarch and we'll see. Bellhaunt making a case for swinging back towards heavier black, but I think we just take Perception here over the Knight Arbiter. There's also Gate Colossus, but we don't even really need Gate Colossus. Not exactly how we're trying to win this. Marsh Viper, Plague Wind combo was the rare we passed for 3 mana makes all of your creatures indestructible. And then for 4 mana, Wrath destroys everything. So if you can make your stuff indestructible and then Wrath, it gets them. All right, well, let's draw some serious cards. Play some EDH with Smothering Tithe. Probably just another Oligarch, though. Nothing amazing here. We can Twilight Panther. Twilight Panther gives us another early play that does some work against against green decks, especially. I think it's Oligarch or Panther, though. I'm not super interested in the Carrion Imp on the splash. Panther has the benefit of being able to cast it when you don't have black yet. You can then activate it when you do find your black. So let's take the Panther. There's a Azorius Locket that wouldn't have been awful either. And with 4 gates and hoping to get a 5th or beyond, we'll go ahead and take the Sneak here. Here's a gate we could take. We also have Dead Revels to restock. Although we have Double Clear the Mind to restock. Thrall number 2. We're not splashing a lot of 2-drops. The only one, like, we haven't made our deck yet. Like, we could easily cut these. I'm just leaving them now so we don't lose our thread. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 conceivably playable 1 and 2-drops that have nothing to do with black. So let's see where people think we should end up here. I think it's pretty clearly Thrall or Gate. And our current 5s are Thrall number 1, Knight Arbiter number 1, and Chillbringer. I guess we have a lot of 5s. This isn't really... Yeah, the Panther has something to do with black, but it is castable. That was my whole point of taking it over another Oligarch. That if we wanted to, we could still cast it in a splash black situation. Anyway, Thrall support here. All right. I really, with this gate, though, and this Sneak. But I do believe we're going to wheel the Azorius Gate from the first pack. So let's take it and assume that 3 gates, or 5 gates will be enough. Some IGI action, but Thought Collapse is really good in this situation. I don't like IGI as a control card anyway, so we're going to take Thought Collapse. This jumped out at me as a possibility, but we're going to slam this gate and hope we get another one. Boom, it came back. So did the Essence Capture. We can just take Essence Capture. We have a ton of playables, and we could get 6 gates to work with our Gateway Sneak. $37 picks, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30. So we still have 30 spells. Like, we have no... I'm going to take this just because our spells... We have so many spells. We're already making cuts. We may as well shore up our mana even more. And we can take a Grudian over anything else here. We might want... I don't think we're playing Quench, so we'll take a Grudian on possibility, but with a best of one, we're just not going to do it. Wow. Now I want that Colossus we passed. We already have 3 Sages Row. I don't know if we're playing all of these, but we'll take it. Yeah, I could have taken Blade Brand, I suppose. I don't think we're playing a Caracal or a Commando or a Locket, but we have a lot to work with here. Seven cuts from this deck. Wow, let's look first at where our ratios are. We're at 16, 14, creature spell. Not that it matters too much in a Clear the Mind deck. We got to cut our worst creatures. Probably don't need Prying Eyes in a world where we have Preconception. Close. Now we're only a couple cuts away here. We could give up on Expose in the main. We didn't get any Acuities anyway. I don't mind 3 Sages, providing our 2 drops. Scry 2 is good. All right, Marsh, thanks for hanging. We'll catch you next time. I'll take away the parenthetical. It's a little better of a joke that way. Yeah, sorry, let me get out of your way. Deck building. Boop. One more cut. What do we got? Let's see. 12-12. Could cut a Juggler. Don't know if we're really doing much with a Blade Juggler here. I mean, it replaces itself and everything. We could get rid of... We could, once again, not play our Wrath and really just splash the black. But our... We have so many gates, it's not too difficult to splash even double black. Definitely not cutting a Thrall. We're keeping all of our 5-mana 5-mana creatures. These are all great. Yeah, we could cut an Eel. That's not a bad cut idea. Kind of like that. Let's go light and try to play to the Wrath a little. We're expecting to go super long in this game, in which case black is not super oppressive. And then let's check our mana. So black in a current configuration has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's too many. Blue or white has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And blue has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're at 9, 8, 7. And I think we're going to go 9, 9, 6 here. So let's go down a swamp and up a plains. Well, let's do it this way. So this gives us 996 on mana, which I think is about right. And I think this is a fine place to start. Let's just get on with it, huh? How about that? Made some tough cuts. We have a deck. Let's give it a run and see what happens. Yeah, with all those gates, we're basically playing behind one spot on the curve, but hopefully we have the tools to make that pay for us. We'll keep this. You're not into the Duelist? Duelist is a pretty... this is a card that went up for me. Some people were high on it right away, and I was like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it does much, but it does enough. It does enough. Well, we're going to bin the Wrath, but I think keep the Admonition. We do have a third land to play, and... next turn we can Duelist, play this land, and then have Admonition helping us dig for land and tempoing Oppo. So I'm going to keep the Admonition here, since we have our third land. Let's see, and Clear the Mind will, even though this is on the bottom for now, we will definitely hit a Clear the Mind before we deck or whatever, so really the Wrath is kind of somewhere in our deck. It's not at the bottom. It's just literally at the bottom for right now. Too bad we can't use the Duelist to actually get a combat win. But we might be able to on defense, so I'll do this. Oops, cancel attack, no attacks. If they send in the veteran, we get to play the Duelist and try to eat the veteran here. All right, we'll see if it works. They've got a lot of mana up, so no guarantees, but we'll give it a try. The pause makes me hopeful. That's usually the pause of, oh crap, I'm losing this creature and there's nothing I can do about it, but we'll find out. They still have action, but they have a powerless creature, so hopefully even if they have something to save the veteran, it doesn't do anything here but a 1-for-1. They could, like, pump it. Yeah, all right, that's fine. All right, got the land without having to try. We could leave Thought Collapse up plus Insight. We don't need to worry about the life too much from this Insight if we want to go Thought Collapse Insight, but I think since we know, like, I don't care if they recast 10th District Veteran, like, we don't need to Thought Collapse that. So let's just Admonition them, set them back a turn. Hopefully they spend a turn replaying something we don't care about, and then we get to untap and decide whether, if we draw land, whether we're chill bringing or leaving up this defensive stuff. So I'm going to do that. Oni in the house, what up, man? Glad to have you here. You missed it. Earlier this week, Oni, someone was like, wow, I love the graphics on your overlay. And I gave you a shout out. Get cards and make them cast. Yeah, we could have gone Insight there, take another hit, and then have counter spells up. But with Duelist and Thought Collapse available, I'm just going to pass here. They know about Duelist, of course, but they don't know about the Thought Collapse. And of course, if we decide not to do anything, we can just play the Insight. Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar. Thank you, Oni. The thing is, if they do attack into Duelist, it means they've got something, and then we can try and get them. But our backup plan in the case of this was that we get to Insight, and that didn't feel too bad for me. So, didn't feel like too bad of a result to me. And if they have Quench, ugh, well, what are you going to do? All right, you quenched it. We'll clear the mind it all back eventually anyway, don't worry about it. Now... Could juggle or keep up the Thought Collapse. We can play Sage's Row Savant and still keep up the Thought Collapse. Thought Collapse doesn't do too much for us, though. But I like the Scry here. I think I'm going to go for the Thought Collapse, hold up Scry. Or Scry and hold up Thought Collapse. I like doing that. And in this matchup, looks like they're going Skies. I'm going to cut both of these. So say that's a fine attack for us, because then we put 10th District on, or Savants on the 10th District and C. Gateway Sneak, I'm going to say, is worth countering here. Another Insight. We can sneak this one through while it's a sure thing, and if we find a land, we still get the Duelist as a play. I'm gonna do that. Let's draw some cards. Well, we don't have Duelist as a play, but we do have a Gate to play here. We're pretty shields down, but we have a decent hand. So I like our chances here, depending on what Oppo manages to muster up. Orator is not a big concern. We're just afraid of major game-swinging rares and mythics are of the biggest concern right now. Here's our second Clear the Mind. But I'm going to go with the Grasping Thrall now, and then we have Chili Bee next turn to clear some path. A lot of enchantment-based removal in this set, which is one of the reasons we were considering running that main deck enchantment removal. Uh-oh.
All right, everyone. Chill.
Actually, why don't I just do this? Actually, why not just do this? That seemed ill-advised, Oppo, but I'll take it. Shoot. Can't get 2 spells unless they're, like, Clear the Mines or Duelist, although we could juggle and see if we find something on the juggle. And the juggle does attack into both of these. Yeah, Knight seems easy, but I guess if we had got a second one, we wouldn't care about casting the Duelist anyway. Yeah, alright, we'll get the Knight going. Yeah, White Russian, they almost certainly treated Sky Tether like a pacifism, which is a mistake I've made before as well. Super Attrition Value Town matchup here. Well, it would stink to get our Chili Bee countered, but they were almost no cards and then drew some off of this. So they, you know, they really kind of had to draw the counter if they have it. We're going to make them have it.
All right, everyone, chill.
That flyer's pretty annoying, but at least it's got 3 toughness, so it meets our flyers in the air pretty reliably here. I guess I can wait before I play the land. Well, I can also do this after combat and get the cheap version. Sorry, I'm just thinking. Any other attacks we have? Not really, other than the Knight. I want Chili Bee on defense, so let's send in Knight Arbiter. And then now we can Savant first before we juggle and set up a draw. Sky Tether is great here, so we're going to leave that on top and draw it. Can't do it on Sphinx this turn because of, well, yeah, because of the tax, but we'll wait and do it next turn. I guess with that we can also, yeah, we'll do this. We know what we're drawing anyway. And instead of Sky Tether now on something other than the Sphinx, we can Fairy Duelist. And make them really not have an attack, because Chillbringer would then eat Sphinx or Chillbringer from their side. So if they attack with both, they're either not looking at the card in our hand or they've got something. We'll see. More scary if they attack. Alright. You make them start milling us and they think they're going to deck us or something. Woof. Well, I guess we know we're going to... Oh, and that's hexproof from monocolored. A lot riding on the Knight Arbiter now. Yikes. We do have gold removal in the deck for the Sphinx, though, so we just got to find it. And yeah, I'm going to Duelist now. They know it's coming. They're not going to attack into it or anything. Okay, I'm going to start clearing the mind here and looking for the removal we can use. And we do have, like, final payment, so I'm going to leave black up. We'll start here. Yeah, Wrath It All Away would be fine, too. Although we only have 1 black source right now. Now we have 2. All right. We do another Clear the Mind, which is what I'm thinking about. What I don't want to have happen is that we get both Clear the Minds milled. Although I think the game will end one way or another before milling off of the shield becomes a factor here. Let's see. We can't tether the Sphinx. It's got protection from our removal. I'm going to start with attacking this Knight Arbiter at least. We're not attacking with anything else here. Nothing can get through the Sphinx. Oh, the other Sphinx. Yeah, we can tether that Sphinx. Good call. Might as well. Although that's the thing with this Chillbringer, we're actually holding it off there pretty well. But sure, let's tether. I'm also worried about High Alert. That could be not great. Also thinking of holding gates in case we draw our gate sneak. So I'm just going to play the Swamp. That gives us our Wrath mana, and then we can hold gates from here in case of sneak. That's true. From what we've seen, only the Pegasus benefits, but you never know. I mean, they got the Screaming Shield. Maybe they'll make that do a thing. Really resident to play the other Clear the Mind until we are protecting ourselves from this shield plan. So I'm actually gonna, I know I could play the Clear the Mind and draw potential action, but actually right now we are in the driver's seat, so I'm gonna be extra careful here and save the Clear the Mind till we're closer to milled. Because the danger is if we Clear the Mind now, if they mill both Clear the Minds, we can't win from there. So I'm just gonna, yeah, as Mike says, we're gonna keep chipping for 2. And if they think they're going to race us on milling, they're wrong unless they have the counter magic. One of the things we might want to look out for is a window to resolve the Clear the Mind through counter magic. All right, that's pretty good. At 16 cards, with them about to mill. But they have no counter magic now, obviously. I'm going to hold out for the idea that they are not going to draw it right off the top, and that we have a little bit of time here. I don't know why they're not. I guess because if they attack with the Sphinx, we suddenly have a lot. We have a potential crackback, but I would be attacking with the Sphinx. Maybe they'll start now. There they go. All the gates. Our friend is in the graveyard now. Let's see if we do have any other attacks anywhere. These can all block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers. Only one gets through. Nothing to attack with yet. I'm holding the gates for the gateway sneak. It's in our graveyard right now, but we do have Clear the Mind to get it back. So that's why I'm doing that. I suppose we can play one of these, though. We have card draw, so we don't want to get too low on lands. Or hold too many lands. Having mana is good for us. I'm playing the long game. I'm assuming that we're going to find the thing we need and hold down this Sphinx. And then we also have other thralls, another thrall to chump for a turn. All right, there was one of our answers. One of our 3 answers, I think. No, Wrath, that's 4 answers. Yeah, so we've got like 3 answers in 9 cards. Oh, other Thralls in the graveyard. Well, that was just a chump anyway. I'm looking for Wrath and the Arresting card. All right, well, we're certainly going to do the Clear the Mind now anyway. And see what we can find. All right, we're going to cast this and see what we can find. All right, we got one of our Clear the Minds. We can run that back, I guess. Probably gonna, but yeah, life gain doesn't suck. Shortens the clock there. Still don't see how we can attack with everything to any benefit yet. Yeah, we're going to play a gate. But if we play Clear the Mind, we can play an island and replay Clear the Mind. But yeah, but if we play a gate, we can't actually cast this spell. I think I'm going to cast Clear the Mind while we have mana. And while they clearly don't have, like, counter spells for it. We can now admonition our own Thrall and at least get a chump block. So that's not bad. Might be enough to get enough damage through. What's lethal? Wait. Oh, the Thrall next turn is lethal. What can we... I can't block the 6/6 right now, but next turn we can, yeah. Yeah, let's put... Well, the thing is we want attackers. Right. I know. You mean next turn, though, right? We can do this. Why do we need to chump the Sphinx? Next turn, you mean? Oh, yeah, right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry, folks. I'm with you now. I'm with you. Sorry. Let's see. Anything else? Should we be chumping the Chillbringer? I'm going to say no on that chump. So we'll block here. Yeah, sorry, everybody. It was just me totally spacing on what you were saying. I got there. Now, we do have Wrath, though. We should probably just We could admonition. Let's see. Are we good here? Yeah, we can probably just win. Sorry. So we go. They have 3 blockers. We bounce 1, and we bounce our Thrall, attack with everything, and win. Yeah, let's just send all. So this gets through 1, 2, 3. Oh, but this doesn't win, does it? This only gets them to 3, and then but we don't suck for 3. We suck for 2. This does 2, not 3. Are people misdoing the math? I mean, I think we may have to attack, bounce, and wrath here. But if we're going to wrath, there's 2 ways. Okay, we're running out of. Now I'm clocking, so I'm going to back off, and we're going to try. I got to pick a strategy here. Woo! That was close. Sorry, making you heart skip a beat out there. And we can even decide now what to do based on this. Let's see. So we wrath. I'm going to bounce our Thrall and wrath. Not sure if this was 100% correct, but I had plays to make, or I was just going to lose to that. It was. I didn't know about if I should bounce Knight or Thrall. Maybe I should have bounced the Knight, but I felt like Thrall was going to get him to 1. I don't know. Maybe Knight was correct. I don't know. Yeah, especially because this has a shield now. All right, my big mistake there was not bouncing the Knight. I got a little cute and thought about bouncing the Thrall when I should have just bounced the Knight. That could cost us. That'd be really silly if that ends up losing us this game. Savant is nice because we can look into the future a bit. Yeah, Frasty, I didn't have time to think it through. The clock was going down. If I had an extra 30 seconds or whatever there, okay, good. We get sneak and another clear the mind. We're just going to keep both of those. Although I don't... Yeah, clear the mind's fine. We have a lot of mana. I suppose that's true. They could mill it, but if they mill it, they have to tap their defensive creature and they die. So they can't really afford to. Yeah, I think you're right, Mike. I got a little anxious as the clock wound down and just had to go with the play. Let's see if this just wins, first of all. Might not. There you go. Mainly they can't kill the Thrall, though. Oh, now they can kill the Thrall. Well, we still win off the sneak. But what a... Are you kidding me? They go duelist into duelist, and they still can't even kill it because they have to double block. But what a crazy draw from Oppo to even have a prayer there. Well, You got one draw to deal with this sneak, Oppo, because we're coming for you. Good timing. I need to head to lunch after this game, which hopefully resolves now-ish. You didn't draw an out, did you, Oppo? Don't draw an out on me. I got to get to lunch. This looks like a, well, if they've got a gate I can't win attack. All right, we win. Whew, close one. Not as close as it needed to be, but we found a line that was good enough, it turns out. Mistakes were made, though. I wish I had played that last sequence a little bit better and not made it quite so dramatic here. And we were dead to their crackback. I guess we had blocks, though. Anyway, great game. Great start to this event. We'll put this one on the back burner. Yeah, that rope, man, really puts a lot of pressure on my tanking. I usually tank just a little bit longer than that, apparently. But we got there. We got there. Oh, it's funny. I was in the wrong place the whole time, but it all worked out. Thank you. I'm going to make a quick exit here so I can meet my friend. And we'll see who to raid today. Let's go say hi to Mr. Cuneo. Thank him for joining us this morning with a raid this afternoon. And thank you all for hanging out today. Come on back tomorrow and we'll see you then. And we'll maybe finish this draft up sometime this week. Great first game. Let's hope for 6 more exactly like it. See ya.